Good greetings, a Rusty Dog here. Welcome to Flight Simulator. Wow, guys, here we are with the Boeing 777-300ER extended range. Yeah, so I got this yesterday. It took a little while from purchasing to getting the email with the link and everything, but you know. Some people were waiting hours. I think I had to wait like 20-25 minutes. But anyway, by about 2:30 in the morning, yesterday or this morning, I guess you would say, I had it, and I've been meaning to check it out, and I haven't had the chance yet. So let's do that now. The sun is setting here. We're in Abu Dhabi, and the sun is going down. It's looking nice, but I might have to change the time because I want to do some of this in the daytime. I don't know whether we're going to be actually flying today. We might. It'd be nice. But look at this, 4 doors. In case you're wondering how it compares with the 747, this has got a bigger wingspan and it's longer than a 747. But the 747 has got more wing area, it's got more height, and it's got twice the amount of engines. The 747's got 4, this only got 2. And so the thrust per engine on a 747 is considerably less than the thrust per engine on this, because this needs 2 engines to get it up, and the Boeing can do it in 4. So the total thrust on the Boeing is a bit more, and the range of the plane, or how far it can travel, this plane wins over the 747. This can do 14,600 kilometers. Or 7,884 nautical miles. And in terms of passenger capacity, the 747 wins. It has 416 passengers. This has got 365 among, I think, 4 different classes. I think 3 or 4 different classes. I'm not sure. So yeah, it's a big bird basically. And hi, Roger. Sorry, Matt. Didn't mean to not acknowledge you there, but yeah, hi matey. Yeah, so let's check it out. The cockpit is immense, and guys, just before I actually grabbed this, I looked at all the features page on PMDG's site. This thing it's a freak what they've done to it. It's just they've got so much in it. It's even the physics are even calculating the fuel sloshing around in the center of the wings and stuff like that. It's crazy. So this is the cabin. Let me just clean the mouse there. So this is the cabin. As you can see, it's very big. And the cabin is all brown, just like the 747 is. So if we just take a little wander, we'll have a look at the inside of the plane first. All these locks and the arming of the doors, it's all animated. So we're coming through, squeezing through here, and then we get to what I think is the extra leg room, first class, or business class I think it is. So you've got your business class here, and you've got like 3 rows. And then I think it's business class, first class, and then I might be wrong, but I think, is it economy plus and then economy? I'm not sure. So this will be the first class, I guess. Look at the length of the plane. It's like a train. And then we've got I guess the economy seats here with a bit less leg room. And these guys don't even get the screens on the back of the seats, which I think the screens are they actually do something. This here we go. This might be economy plus. These screens actually power up, and I think they do something anyway. Mr. Von Doodle is here. Hey man, how you doing? I'm just walking the length of this 777. Where's the end? I think it's down there somewhere. Jeez. Is this a lavatory or something? Bathroom? I don't think it opens though. This is massive. And it's got those What's, oh no, I can't remember the word for it. Those rear wheels where when you take off the rear wheels angle, they go at an angle, you know, like a 45-degree angle. Like, so when you do touchdown, you don't get the whole rear wheel touching. Like there's three sets of wheels. You don't get them all touching down. The back one touches down and then it flattens out. Oh yeah, air conditioning. Yeah, for sure. It's got automatic stuff and automatic anti-icing and everything. Then you've got all the way down here in the galleys. So I don't think we can control any of this stuff. Um, but now we're right at the back of the plane where all the food and stuff is, and the seats for the crew. There's actually a crew alertness thing as well, which you can enable to make sure that your crew are alert. So the thing is now, I deliberately haven't watched anybody else's video on this plane. You know, like learning how to power it up and stuff like. I haven't watched any. And maybe, arguably, I maybe should have, but I just didn't want any spoilers. I just wanted to go in fresh. I do have one camera set up, which is here. Look at this. The wing's huge, man. I mean, this is a big plane, and all of these screens will power up. And there is that USB. Yeah, and there is I don't know. We'll have a look at the feature list in a minute, but it's huge, guys, and it's just complex. It'd be easier if I just give you the link. It's just freaking huge. The features that they've put on this plane is crazy, and you know, in terms of what they've modeled, the detail they've gone into, it's crazy. I don't know how this squares up to the Phoenix, but judging by the feature list, it's got to be right up there. It's huge, Von Doodle. It's freaking huge, man. If you see this thing from outside, from the side, sideways view, right? It's absolutely, it's long. Let's just say it's long. It's, yeah, it really is. Let's get the door shut. I think they animate. They mentioned something in the feature list about animating this. And also we have sun visors that are stored away here as well. I don't know how to get those out actually. Yeah, I don't know. But should we have a look outside? A little teaser. Now all these screens I think are touch sensitive as well. You just touch them with your fingers and it's all lovely. Otherwise, a lot more buttons than on the 737. But I know like this is in a different place to what I'm normally used to it being. But I know what it is. Um, I've seen a couple of in-op buttons as well. Cam DSP. Oh, is that the one to do? See, I don't know. Do we have the onboard camera view on here? I don't know whether this plane does it. I don't know. It's very 747 looking in its thing, but it's just a lot more modern. Very much more modern. And then we've got the flight bag here, guys. So you've got you'll recognize a lot of it from the 737, such as this. All of this looks very similar. We are in the United Arab Emirates. We're in Dubai, which is where this plane would leave from. I do have a flight plan I intend to look at, but I don't know whether I'll be flying it today because I don't know. I've never flown this before. But I was looking at a 2-hour flight from here to Zagreb. Yeah. And then we know about this one as well. We've seen that. But then we've got these ground operations, right? So you've got your ground connections. So you've got some of it is fully automated as well. You've got your ground power. You've got you can request an air start unit, jetway connection to remove the chokes, air conditioning and jetway. Then you've got your ground service vehicles. Okay, you can request all of them, right? Aft cargo, bulk cargo, fuel truck, forward gallery, maintenance van, stairs for the one left, which is the first door here. Aft galley, cabin galley, forward cargo, lavatory service, portable water, and stairs 2 left, which will probably be either here or this one. I don't know which one they refer to that as 2. Door management, well, plenty of doors. Open all should be good to look at. Arm all and disarm all. So yeah, we can just disarm all the doors. And EE access, I haven't figured out where that is yet. I know where avionics access is. It's underneath the nose. I haven't figured out where this is. Nothing lights up. If I open this, I think it puts it. Oh, does it though? No, we'll take a look at that in a second anyway. I've got the avionics access door opened, and then you've got all the doors on the right hand side as well. We've got automated ground operations, right? So they can, I think it can all be done, yeah, automated like this. So this is your turn type. I think it's for turnaround, right? I don't know. Your turnaround time, I don't know what that is. So we'll see. And then ground maintenance. Now, this is where it starts getting a little bit complex. This thing has got like tire wear. So if you're on the taxiway, the more you taxi, the more the tires are going to wear, the more the brakes are going to wear, and it does have a buildup of brake dust on the wheels as well. So when you replace the tires or the brakes, it'll clean the brake dust off. Engine oil, fire bottles, and hydraulic fluid, they all need to be maintained. I don't know what an SCU motor is or an IDG drive, but yeah, you can replace your tires, your brakes. They will wear. They are wearable items. So yeah, they are consumables, and it's going to be interesting to see that. So let's go back to the doors here. If we step outside with the drone, I just want to change this to around 70-ish, 80-ish. That'll do. 78's about perfect. And the avionics door is, let's go this side. Lovely airport, by the way. This is yep, Abu Dhabi. So if we just drop down here, now I'm going to have to slow the camera down, and we just drop it down, get it in front of that gate, and that little square is your avionics access panel. Now if we go back in the plane and close it, it should, there we go. Now let's have a little look. We have the front wheels. They've got four lights on the front there, and they're pretty bright. You can see the fans on the engine are spinning, and by God, I don't know if you saw in my Discord, I posted a picture of the difference in size between the 787 and the 777 and the 737, and it's just massive. Like it's crazy. And then the size of the engine, the difference in size of the engines is nuts. I'm actually not sure, Wondoodle, to be honest. So what I find more lovely on this is the detail on the rear undercarriage, and we've got this, which is completely readable, no pixelated nonsense. It's all perfectly readable. As are these buttons, and yeah, I think the tire wear being modeled, I don't know if it's actually visible, like if you can actually see the tire wear, but they are going to show you brake dust buildup. So the more we fly this, the more these wheels are going to get dirty as we fly. This is huge, man. Oh geez. We'll get some other planes into the sim in a minute. So here we've got the front of the wheels, and like I said, these wheels, they, you know, when they go up, they tilt, don't they? They tilt at an angle. But look at all this. I think we need to get a bit more daylight here, guys. Let me just move the time of day a little bit so we can appreciate the detail a bit more. Let's get it up here. There we go. Right, so what the hell is that? Is that a meter of some kind? Oops, still too fast. No, it's not, is it? No, it's not. It's just a loop thing. Okay. These are all the hydraulic and brake lines, I guess. Springs. I don't know how animated they're going to become. Obviously, same on the other side. And, you know, even the things that are modeled, like they mentioned something on the features list about these flaps here. The one you see here, which the doors, if you like, that close and open for the undercarriage. The amount of turbulence and friction and wind noise they cause is also modeled in. And I can't believe how short that engine is for the size of this plane. What does that say? Thrust reverser actuator access. Right, let's just pan out a little and just take a look at how long this plane is. Let's get a bit higher off the ground. I mean, you can tell just by the amount of windows that it's a train with wings, basically. So let's get some traffic in. We'll inject some traffic in, and we'll see if we can see any comparisons here. So yeah, so there we go. That is let's have a look. I'm actually not sure. I'm not that great at airplane identification. Looks like an Airbus, right? Unless it's a badly done Boeing. It hasn't got the flat things, but yeah. So let's just, yeah, Airbus A320. So there's your Airbus, which we've flown many times, and then you've got that. I mean, it's like a little child compared to this thing. Oh, there's another one. Another 777, is it? No, it's not. I don't know. It's got the arrangements of the windows are different. So yeah, so absolutely massive. We've got the thing at the back here, which I think is to prevent any tail strikes from hitting the body. I think that's like a thing that stops it. I believe so anyway. There's options in the MCDU about these bits of equipment on the plane, and then you'll notice that these little flaps here are down. All right, so let's get back inside, and we'll go back to the cockpit. Stunning livery. Oh yeah, it's a default, Benjamin. It's they brought around I don't know, 12, 14 liveries. British Airways, Etihad, Cathay Pacific, American Airlines, and some other ones. Yeah. Oh, Swiss was also there as well. Yeah. What if we? Oh, there's a thing. Open all. Did we press it? Do we need hydraulics? Do we need battery power? Because this plane is like off. Yeah. The cargo doors have opened. Almost. Is it doing it in sequence? They're still opening. That's how long it takes. It's not like instant open. That's how long it really takes. We've got ground power attached, but we don't have it plugged in. That's probably why the doors are not opening. Okay, so let's get this thing powered up. I'm going to try without. There is a checklist, and yes, it is interactive. At least the couple of entries I've seen so far. The biggest one is the pre-flight procedures for the first officer, 111 different steps. The rest, yeah, not that much. It's pretty good. So we'll run through this way. I've already done it without. I've already done some of this without doing the checklist, but actually going to do the checklist. Oh, before we do, before we get it powered on, guys, where are you? All right, let me just bring up something for you guys. Right, so nope, I think a black screen's not going to help, is it? Because we actually need to have the window working and running. That one. All right, so here's the plane on the website. Now, the plane is a 777-300, right? That's why the price is 77730, right? I mean, does that mean they could have priced it lower, but they decided to just go for a quirky price to match the plane? Anyway, so we go in and we've got the rundown. But what I want to focus on here is the features, right? This is all about the plane and all that stuff, and that the model was built using lidar scanning, right? So this is like laser and stuff and photogrammetry for high accuracy. So this is where the features begin, and that's where that's where they end here. So some of the stuff that I've read through here, I have gone through it all, and it's like blows my mind, some of these things. Let's get up to the top a second. So air conditioning system. So yeah, like this, cabin temperature will stabilize normally depending on the volume of air being pushed through the cabin by the environmental system, outside temperatures, and whether the aircraft is subjected to solar heating. And also, I think they mentioned something about, was it fuel? Yeah, the density of the fuel will change depending on the part of the world that you're in because of the climate, I guess, and the fuel density will change. I mean, it's just it's crazy. Here we go. Crew alertness monitoring, right? Which can be made optional for convenience. Right, I have switched it on. I don't know what it's like. I don't know if it's any good. I don't know if it's something that's going to get on my nerves. But yeah. Um, but if you just go to their website and you just go to the shop and then just click on the plane, you'll get all this info. It's worth reading through if you're interested because it's just crazy what they've put in. Dynamic modeling of tire wear based upon landing behaviors, right? So the harder you bang it down on the ground, the more the tires are going to wear. And I would imagine, yeah, your brake distances are going to affect your taxi distance, your brake selection, right? Which is how quick or slow you're going to be able to auto brake. That's going to affect your tire wear. You've got accumulation of brake dust as the brakes wear down. Brakes are subject to brake temperature soak. After heavy brake use, the brake temperatures will climb for some time. Wear and loss of rubber surface on the tires is visible during pre-flight. So right now, this is our first look at the plane. We haven't used it before, so the tires are going to be pretty much brand new. When the brake discs are hot, they will glow with color accurately indicating the temperature of the brake. So the more hotter it is, the more it's going to glow. I mean, I could spend just an hour going through this and it would be boring and crazy and stuff, but it's absolutely fascinating. The detail that you think, you come across details and you think, I would never have thought of that. I would never have thought they would have done something with that. Um, what else we got here? Engines, yeah, all done. Failures as well, hundreds of those. Accurately modeled trim neutral point shift at Mach 0.615. I don't even know why that is, but it's there. Aerodynamic forces moderate rudder control inputs using an accurately model. Oh, now if you're doing, let's say you're going to do transatlantic, okay? Let's say you're going to fly from London Heathrow to JFK in New York, right? The middle bit, of the flight is 7 hours, just under. It's a bit, if you don't count the climb and the descent, well, the whole flight is 7 hours, 6 minutes, something like that, right? Including the cruise and the descent. So in between, you're probably looking at around, I don't know, six and a quarter, 6.5 hours. But you don't have to fly for that long with this plane because it has a system on the EFB. I think it's on here. It's either on here or it's on the MCDU. Good question, actually. It might be on the MCDU. It has automatic, I don't know what they call it now. It's something to do with when you get in the air. I think it's on the MCDU actually. When you get to cruise phase, the plane can automatically speed up time, right? Either ×4 or ×8 automatically. And so the cruise phase will be just that much faster. And normally that can be an issue with the flight sim, but they've done it in a way where it's not going to be an issue. It'll be smooth. And then just before top of descent, if you're not at your desk, it'll pause the sim just before the plane's about to descend. So when you do come back, you can just take over. So it's got all that automatic kind of time shifting thing. For me, I'd want to keep it in real time because why not? Right. So I'm just going to, I won't go through all the rest of those features, guys, but trust me, it's fascinating to go through. Let me have a look. What I want to have a look at now is Simbrief. And then I'm going to file a flight plan, which I already did earlier, but let's see if it's there. I'm going to file it, but whether I run it, well, so let's do my flight plan. Let's see if it's still there. Yeah, it is. But that's not the right flight plan. So do we have any saved flights? No, we don't. Right, we do a new one. Okay, so let's create this. So we're flying Etihad, so I'm just going to put in ETI 2627. We're departing out of, I've got to remember the code now for the airport. I think it's OMAA, right? I'm gonna have to double check that on the sim. Give me a second. Yep, OMAA, and we're flying to LDZA, and we come down here to, I've got to find it now, B777, there you go. It's B77W that you're looking for, and it's a 300ER. And then someone's very kindly already done this. The PMDG is there. Allmeter done this config, so thank you Allmeter for that. Whoa, 5 hours 50, then I got it wrong. Yeah, let me just find the airport I was meant to plug in because it certainly wasn't the one that I just did. Let's go back up here. LDZA. I must be wrong. Oh, I know why. This was the Istanbul to Zagreb flight. That's not the one we're doing. I'm just loading up a program in the background, guys, and it's just going to tell me the flight that I was going to do with this plane. So give me a second. It's just taking a while to load. Very laggy. Oh, we're not even at the right airport. Okay. Well, let's say if we do... I'm not going to move airport now. Oh, actually, maybe I should because... Oh, it's too late. Right, let's just have a look at this one. We'll go to yeah, 1 hour though. I'm just looking through some airports here, guys. All right, that'll do. So it's OKBK, which is Q8 International, which I'm hoping has got a runway long enough for this plane. Really? It doesn't know this airport? Oops, I'll tell you what, if I click on here, oh, it's OKKK. Okay, fair enough. All right, so Abu Dhabi to Kuwait. What do we have? Block time 150. That looks about right. Okay, go for it. Like I said, I'm probably not even going to get it off the ground, but let's see. Okay, right. I need to check my runway. 31 left. So where's that? That's okay. So I think it's at the other side. This is going to be quite the journey down here. Is that 31 left? I don't know. I'll look at the navigation charts. Right, let's go. So I think to start with, we'll do the checklist, because normally I just hit battery and then I put the generators on and stuff like that. Or the external powers and stuff like that. So let's just go by the checklist. So electrical power up. So battery switch has to be on, and it is not at the moment. And it does actually highlight, which is brilliant. This is what I mean by interactive. It doesn't just say do this and do that. It interacts with you by showing you where the switch is. So we've got the battery on. C1 and C2 primary pumps off. Yeah, they look like they are. That's these two guys. Demand pump selectors. I have no idea where they are. And they're off. I had a feeling it was that. Oh yeah, demand. There it is. Okay. Wiper selectors. Yeah, okay. Landing gear down. Alternate flap selector is off. I believe it is because I saw it before. There it is. Yep, that is off. Bus tie switch is set to automatic. Yes, they are. It is highlighted auto. If external power is this, yes, it is. It's required. So we'll get those on. That's these two, I think, right? You're going to hear some noises now, guys. Primary external power switch. Same one, right? Yeah. If the secondary... Oh, so you only need one. Okay, we'll turn that one off then. No, that's primary. Secondary's on that side. How weird. Do we need both? I'm going to put both on because I actually don't know. If APU power is desired, it isn't quite yet. No. All right. So let's just leave that for now. And I guess we wait for the screens to come on. The delay will be just like it is in the real plane, so we're having to wait. But fingers crossed they will all illuminate. I'm hoping that my MCDU, or my FMS, I think, for Boeing's, my FMS is going to light up first, which is this. I want my little computer to come on, unless there's something else I need to click. I don't know. We'll give it a minute and see. This has come on, but these are your emergency kind of things. Oh, that is on. It's just it hasn't got a lot of brightness to it. I think that will brighten up though. It's very, very dark. It may brighten itself up as the other screens kick in. Let's see. God, just imagine trundling this thing down the runway. It's like I've gone from driving a very small car to driving a big truck, a big long truck. Come on. Oh, that's gone brighter now. Okay. Oh, they're powering, they're cycling. I think we're going to get some weird noises now. There you go. I've no idea what that what that noise is. Okay. Right. So we've got EFIS control on. What happens if I click that? Does it change anything? And then you've got the display. I don't know if you're supposed to have those on or not. Display control. I don't know what's changing on these. I do need to learn. But I'll be watching videos. Pilots have put stuff out already. So in the setup here, we can set up the aircraft just in the same that we can do with the 737. I've got the startup state as cold and dark with the GPU already attached. That's how I like it. And then we've got all the equipment, the displays, and the failures. So these are all your display options. Whether you want centigrade, Fahrenheit, kilos, pounds, and split axis, and all that stuff. FPV heading scale, I'm not quite sure what that is, so that's just gonna leave that at the default for now. TCAS, 3 nautical mile range ring. Is that the absolute minimum, is it? 3 nautical miles. So you don't let anything within that range. I don't know. So this is your minimum runway length, 7,000 feet. So hopefully wherever we choose to land, it's going to have a runway at least of that length. So you've got all your stuff here, right? Door arming indication on, yes. And then you've got your equipment. We've got 2 TCASs. This is the default one, so I've just left it on that one. Whether the flight tablet is existing in the cockpit or not, definitely going to have that. Default transition altitude 18,000. Sure, if you're in the United States, that's perfect. Okay, so they've just got some defaults here that you can change if you want to. Now the standby instruments here, you've got ISFD or separate. So what this is, basically the standby instrument here has got everything built in to it at once, right? It's all built in there. But if you go to separate, then you're splitting it out. You've got your knots, you've got your artificial horizon, and then you've got your air pressure. Whereas this has got everything built in. Your knots here, your altitude, your air pressure, and your artificial horizon. It's all built into one. So it's up to you what you want on that one. Your clock type can be analog or digital. Let's have a look at the digital one. I haven't seen that before. Oh, they moved it? Where did it go? Oh. It's at the bottom of the display there. Okay. Keep it analog for sure. Now when you put the cabin signs on, do you want it to say no smoking? Do you want it to say no electronics? Or nothing at all? So we'll go with the no smoking, I think. Auxiliary fuel equipment, APU to pack installed. They seem to be ghosted out, at least at the moment. tail skid installed. That's that little thing we saw at the back of the plane there. The Wi-Fi SATCOM antenna, that's there. That's that bumpy bit on the top here. That's your Wi-Fi. Alright, so that's there. And then we've got V1 call out. Yes, please. Bank angle call outs by default is off. But I thought, as I'm new to the plane, I want to keep it on, because if I do manually fly and I go beyond the bank angle, I want it to call out and say so. And then you've got all your call outs as you descend, whether you want it to say 400 feet, 300 feet, 200 feet, blah blah blah. I've just left everything at default. AP disk warning, a whaler or a siren? Well, yeah, I don't know. This is the autopilot disconnect, and you also telling it here whether it'll disconnect with one press or two presses. I think 2 is the default on the Boeings anyway, so I'm going to leave it there. Now the whaler might be that one that goes wah, wah, wah. That one. The siren one, I don't know, might be excessive. I have to play with those. Crew alertness monitor by default is off. I've got it on. I don't know what it does, so that's why I've got it on. I want to see. Right. So if we go back to the menu, we've got the FMC. Now, here's the thing. Some people were having a problem with this, getting the AIRAC cycle up to date. Even though they had the up-to-date AIRAC cycle and they installed it for this plane using Navigraph Hub, it wasn't updating here on the computer. And people were saying, oh, you have to uninstall the plane and reinstall the plane and then do the Navigraph. No, you don't. It is a little bug which they will iron out, but basically there was a fix announced by PMDG that told us how to do it by just going into the nav data file and deleting the files in there and then just running the plane again. If I remember, I'll get a link to that page in the forum where they told you that, and I'll link it in the video description. I'll have to remember that though. So if the Boeing 737 is anything to go by, first thing we need to is to put our position in. So let's go OMAA. The gate is 603, I know that for sure. And the fact that it actually says it up there in big letters, big numbers, is, yeah. Alright, so that is matching the GPS signal, so that's good. So it's happy with that, yep. Whoa, this looks a little bit different. Okay. Right, let's just go back to the index a second. Here. Okay. Because the first thing I think I should do is get the flight plan loaded in here. Whoa, hello. Okay, let's unlock that. What on earth are these? They're all the waypoints? Okay, we lost the plane. It's probably got to be in the middle, right? Oh my god, look at that. It's showing all the waypoints now. Very nice. I don't know what this is supposed to do. Altitude profile. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yep, that's how long we're going to be spending at cruise. Tom Cruise is back. Right, what have we got here? Oh, I want to go into Navigraph. Do we need to authorize or anything? No. Okay, cool. First thing I want to do is go to the arrival airport. I don't know why, because like I said, I don't even know if I'm going to be taking off in this, but you never know what might happen. Right, so the arrival airport is 33 right, which is 11,400, so way big enough. And the departure is 31 left here. So let's have a look. We don't want any of the briefings. Let's go here. What was it again? 31 left. Yeah, 13,471 feet. Lovely, lovely jubbly. Does it show where we are? Do we have SimConnect running? Looks like I don't see my plane here. I don't know exactly where we are. Okay. Yeah, we're not showing up. Although we are on here. Okay. It's good enough. Right. Should we have a look at the checklist here? I guess. Right, so preliminary yeah, that. Off for 30 seconds, then on. Do you know, I actually haven't put that on yet. Kind of important. It's up on here. I know where it is. This is the navigation thing. Right. Yeah, see, some of it just doesn't. Right, on bat, extinguished. I tend to come off battery because we've got the GPU running off light. Oh, to make sure the is it what does this mean, off light? To make sure that the off light is extinguished. I always leave the battery running anyway. I'm going to do that. Status display. Verify. Check verify that only expected. What? Messages are shown. Well, I don't know what the expected messages are. Look at the size of this now. So this is telling us, you know, are these the expected messages at this stage, right? I guess. And the answer is, I guess so. Overhead maintenance panel, guards closed. Excuse me? Why are you pointing over there? Overhead maintenance? Ah, up here. Yeah, the guards are closed. Verify that all lights are extinguished. Whatever. Cargo temperature selectors as needed. Right, we have to have a walk over there, guys, because I don't know what's over there. Aft low, bulk low. Yeah, that'll do. Low temperatures. Parking brake as needed. Well, we can set that. I know where that is. There you go. CDU pre-flight procedure complete. Yay. Now it's this thing. Oh, Jesus, guys. Do I really want to go through this? Or should I just put the plane into a different into a ready state so we can just go? Thrust asymmetry compensation something or other or something else. Make sure it's set to auto. There's 111 items just on this list. It is set to auto. Some of these are just going to be that way. Primary flight computer disconnect. Guard closed. Verify the disk light is. Well, it's set to auto, so let's just leave it there. Battery switch on. Verify that the off light is extinguished. Yeah, you see, you leave it on. IFE passenger seat power switch. Yeah, you can change the lighting and all that stuff in the cabin. And apparently the cabin lighting changes. Like, for example, if the stewardesses bring out the meals, the lights go brighter in the cabins. So we're going to put that on, the cabin on as well. APU generator on. Now we haven't even got the fuel loaded in the plane yet. I'm going to skip this. Where is it? It's already on. Is that the same as powering the APU on though? Just the generator? Hold on, I'm going to have 20 million questions here. APU. No, it's not on, is it? Okay. So bus tie switch is set to auto. Yes, they are. Generator control switch is on. They are indeed. We can just see that there. Drive lights illuminated. Well, that's here. I can see them. We have to push them. Or is it just is the lit up bit the lettering that says drive? I don't know. Backup generator switches on. Yes. APU selector if needed. Aha, yeah, this is it. Oh, it's up there. No, we don't need to do it yet. So we don't need it. Left wiper selector is off. Yes, of course it is. Emergency light switch guard closed. It is for sure because I saw it. Oh, it's not. We turned it. Ooh. Ah, right. So by closing the guard, it goes into the armed position. All right. That's just in case we lose power. And we'll have emergency lights in the cockpit, I think. Passenger oxygen switch guard closed. So that wasn't closed by default. That is. Window heat switches on. Verify that in-up lights are extinguished. Okay, done. Ram air turbine unlocked. I'm going to release this thing one day. It's the RAT, the ram air turbine, that little fan that drops out the bottom of the plane to provide some minimal power in case of a complete failure of everything. Left and right engine primary pumps on. Yeah, they are. Center 1, center 2 electric primary is, well, they have to be off because it says fault. Verify that fault lights are illuminated. Same with the demand pumps. Yep, we've got the fault at the bottom. Seatbelt selector is off. Yeah. Overhead panel light, mid position. It is. Circuit breaker mid position. It is as well. Master brightness on. I have no idea. Yes, it's on now. Okay. Master brightness control as needed. Well, it's bright at the moment, so we don't need that. Unless we go back to real time. Glare shield panel light control is in the mid position. Yep. Oops. Let me scroll this down smoothly. So floodlight control mid position. Actually it isn't, but we can put it mid. If I knew where the line was, there we go. Landing light switches off, of course. APU, I don't know what that is or why it won't go there, but APU fire switch. In, verify the APU warning light. And we need to move around, don't we? Verify the APU fire warning light is extinguished. Well, I don't see no light there. Okay, so cargo firearm switch is off. Verify that forward and aft fire warning. Oh god, these sentences. Lights are extinguished. Yeah, they are. Cargo fire discharge light extinguished. Yes, it is. See, because we know these are extinguished, we can skip them the next time round, but it's a matter of procedure to go through them if you wanted to. That's okay. Are you in my way? No. Okay, they're set to normal. Auto start. Okay, cool. Auto start switch is on. Fuel jettison nozzle switch is off. They look off to me. Fuel to remain selector is in. Yep, because you can pull it out and it's pushed in. Okay. Fuel jettison arm is off. Yeah. Crossfeed switches, that'll be down here with all the fuel stuff. Come on. First time, guys, got to run through this, unfortunately. Yeah, that one. Crossfeed switches are off. Fuel pump switches, which are all of those, left, right, and center pumps. Yep, all off. This is just your pre-flight check to make sure that what should be switched off is switched off, and then you have to switch them all on again. But there you go. Right, test switch. Hold. I don't know what that says. Is that overheat? I don't know. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, so we'll just do camera 6. Do I have to? Ah, it's gone out. Cool. Wing anti-ice selector set to auto. Yes, they all are. It's got an automatic anti-icing, which is really nice. I like that. Engine anti-ice selectors auto for sure. Beacon light is off, definitely. Navigation light will need to go on. Okay, that is already on. Okay, even with cold and dark, they switch that on for you. Logo light switch is needed. No. Wing light switch. Sure, we can put that on. Indicator lights test. Yeah, where is that? Ah, there you are. Okay. So is this going to just light up the entire everything? Yep. That'll look even more impressive at night. Okay. Runway turn-off lights, they're off. Taxi and strobes are off. Yeah. Equipment cooling switch is set to auto. Yeah, I like that some of these are already set this way, because that means I don't have to worry about them next time we do a flight. Flight deck temperature control mid auto. Yep. Cabin temperature mid as well. Yeah. Pack switch is automatic. Cool. So the packs come on automatically then. I like all this automation. Trim air is on. Left, center, right isolation switches. Wow, they've got 3 of them. I think the Boeing 37's only got 1 of those for everything. Right, engine bleed switches on. Wow, there's APU here. That is the bleed though. APU bleed set to auto. Wow, even that's automated. Holy crap. It's going to give me nothing to do at the end of this. Good afternoon, Andy. How you doing, my man? Give me a sec. Air conditioning in the cockpit. Oh yeah. I'm not feeling it here though. I am really warm here where we are right now. Yeah, it's sweltering. And I got this chair which is velvet, which isn't helping. However, when the weather gets cooler and England spends more time being cold than hot, then I'll be grateful of this chair. So anyway, outflow valve switches, no idea. Oh, here, pressurization. Okay. See, there's no, you don't have to do, the pressurization now must be automatic because there's none of that where you have to plug in the, you know, dial in your cruising altitude and your runway elevation. You don't have to do that on this. Of course, it's a more modern aircraft. It's just definitely just a lot better now. So what was that? Outflow valve. So landing altitude selector. Oh God, you still have to do that? Well, I'll be dipped. And where's the display for that? Are you seriously expecting me to turn that altitude indicator and it's going to show up on a display down here or something? How am I supposed to do both at the same time? Oh, can we map a button to it? Probably not. How am I supposed to set this now, the landing altitude? Right, what does that say? 11 psi takeoff and landing. Pull for on. It's selected in. What were these again? Forward manual pressure outflow valves. Okay. When we twiddle this, it must be on one of the screens down below as we change it. How are we going to do both at the same time? I don't know if I can get both screens on at the same time. We'll see. So right wiper selector off it is. Minimums reference selector. Radio or baro. I'm going to use radio. I'm going to use baro, I mean. Are we selecting that now? Yeah, it's already set to baro. Minimum selector. Set the decision height or altitude reference. Now? You want me to set this now? Not in the cruise. Set the decision height or altitude reference. Serious? It shouldn't matter which one we use. I could use this one or this one. It doesn't really matter. Why do you want this now? I always do this way later on, like when we're at cruise level. Because this is for landing, right? It's minimums when you're coming down. Why are we setting that now? I'll do it later. Flight path vector switch. Let's have a look where that is. Okay. Flight path vector switch. What do you want me to do with this? As needed. I really don't know. Meters. I don't know what these two do. No idea. Barometric reference selector, inches or HPA? Well, good question. I can find out here. Well, the Q is 0994, so that would tell me we're in hectopascals. So, there we go. Right, that one. Barometric selector. Select local altimeter setting. Why do you want me to do this now? Set local altimeter setting. Oh yeah, the air pressure. Okay, I know what you mean. What did I say it was? 994. That's going to come on down here in the green. So we'll just get this over to 994. Oops. Okay, we went too quickly. Let's just press B. It's easier. Right. Okay. Barometric selected. VOR ADF switches is needed. We'll leave those alone. ND mode selector is set to map. Yeah. Do we have GPS position yet? Because I'm not seeing anything on here. Enter inertial position. We did this. Oh, that wasn't there before. Okay. That was not there last time. There we go. Aye, that's what we wanted. Don't know where the runway is, but okay. Right. ND mode selected to map. ND center switch as needed. Yeah, you can kind of set that to whatever you want. So the ND center switch, I believe, is this thing, right? Oh, it's not. Oh, that. Okay. Yes. Sorry, I was thinking it meant the switch that was in the center of the ND display. Yeah, you see this, you can have it on. You can switch these displays around whatever way, you know, you prefer. Diggly bum. What do we want now? ND traffic switch as needed. Yeah. I don't know why it's going on. It's because it's the first officer. That's why we do it on there. Okay. Weather radar is off. It is. Again, first officer. It's this one, basically. Map switches as needed. Yeah, flight director switch is on. We can do that. Where are we? Oxygen test and set. Now the oxygen test and set is not illuminating anywhere, so I don't know where to go for that. Is it up here anywhere? No idea. Forward panel brightness controls, mid position, navigation source switch is off. Yeah, we should. I think we need to be sat on the first officer's seat because everything's getting done from here. There, that is off. Display and air, they're all off. Inboard display selector, MFD. Yep. FMC selector is set to auto. Well, this is the FMC, right? So this is whether you get to use the left one, the right one, or automatic, I guess. Okay. Ground proximity light extinguished. Yep. I hope so, anyway. Where is it? Whatever. Flap override switch is off. Gear override switch is off as well. It is indeed. Landing gear lever is down. Alternate gear switch guard closed. I keep losing my place. Auto brake selector, RTO. Now that's another thing. I used to do the RTO a lot later on, like just before we were going to get pushback or just after pushback. But okay, we can set it now. ECAS display, check. Well, we've got things switching up, I guess. MFD secondary engine indications. Let's go back over. I know this is not it's not the most dynamic part of the thing, but I am learning it. So this is all new. So this is to put the engines here. So we've done that. Status display switch, push and check status messages. Okay, we can do that. If I remember where it is. There. Yeah, the status messages. Oops, did I turn it off? There we go. Right, so hydraulics, APU is off, and oxygen crew pressure we have. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but let's leave that. Got lost again now. Checklist screen, reset and reset all. That's not pointing me to the right thing. Yep, nope. Nope. See, this is the problem. Some things don't get to be made interactive, and that's a problem. Checklist screen, reset and reset all. Well, the checklist screen is on the EFB, I think. But I'm just going to ignore that one. Center display source switch. And what do we want that to be? Has it moved? Off. Center panel brightness mid, left tuning radio panel. Oh, don't worry about those. No, don't worry about those yet. This is moving, isn't it? Yeah. Observers audio control panel is needed. Now, what's this one? Oh, great. This is a complicated thing. Discharge lights extinguished. And it's not telling me where to look. Thank you. Engine fire switch is in. Yes. It doesn't help that this is scrolling up on its own. Center CDU set. Nothing. I'll be fine. Transponder altitude source selector set to norm. Well, that's... Oh, where is it? There. It doesn't highlight in blue though, right? So what's it called again? Transponder what? Transponder altitude source selector. And where does it want to be set to? Normal. Okay, well it is. Transponder selector set. Oh god. Alright, let's see if we can just prevent this. Okay. So transponder selector is... I don't know which one they actually talking about here. XN PDR selector. This? I don't know. It could be this one. I would say this one. So I'm just going to go all the way to TARA. It's still scrolling. Transponder mode selector STB. That's standby. You want it on standby for now? I guess it makes sense. It is a bit too early for it. Evacuation command switch, if equipped. It is, and it's closed. Floor switch, never mind. Observer audio selector set to normal, and that's not even programmed in. Right, that's the first officer's duties. The captain has got less, because he's the cap. He's the cappy, so he's got less work to do. Right. So this is, again, the minimums. It doesn't need to be set both sides, does it? I'm pretty sure if you set it one side, it works for both. So if I set, yeah, no, it has. It works for both because it's done so with the air pressure. Flight. Let's see. You tell me where. Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah, this is all the same stuff. This is just the captain going through mostly the same stuff. Right, auto throttle, arm switches. Okay, they're already armed. Flight director switches are on. Autopilot disengage bar is up. Yes, it must be. Heading track reference switch as needed. Okay, so that's the. Oh, cool. All right, yeah, that's as needed. Done. Bank limit selector. I've actually got it set to auto. That's this. I believe that's this back switch here. Let's see if it lights it up. It actually doesn't light it up, but it's weird. But it's this one. This is your bank angle limit, I believe. Oh, it actually said it there as well. Heading selector is this. Is the little button. There you go. Bank limit. I've just got it set to auto, so that'll do for me. Vertical speed, flight path angle as needed. Yep. Altitude increment selector as needed. Oxygen test and set. Yeah. Where'd you do that from? I'll learn all this in videos, I'm hoping. This one doesn't light up. Forward panel, navigation, source switch on. Heading selector, normal. Heading reference switch. What are you referring to here? Normal as opposed to what though? Oh, magnetic north and true north? Aye, so it's set to magnetic north. Yeah, it is. You can just see that. Okay, understood. There you go. I've learned something. Flight instruments check. Well, they won't be able to eliminate that one. Integrated standby flight analog. What? Are you talking about all this stuff? Yeah, we need to do this as well. Oh, it's done it. Okay. Right. This is where the captain's bit comes in, I think. The actual stuff. The speed brake lever is down. It is. Reverse thrust levers are down. Forward thrust levers are closed. Flap lever check is up. It is. Parking brake is set. Stabilizer cutout switches. That is something I don't know. Yep, they are guarded. Fuel control switches are set to cut off. Yes. Fuel can. That's these. At least that's what I believe they are. Fuel control switch fire warning lights. Verify they're extinguished. I think that's these. Yeah. Is it? It's not highlighting. Alternate arms are off. Yeah, we've got that. Oh, the flap arms. That's off. Yeah, that's off. And there's another one over here. Yeah. Captain audio panel. Oh, this stuff. Right. Okay. Yeah. Pre-flight checklist call. So that would be me saying pre-flight checklist complete. Okay. Oxygen tested 100%. Flight instruments, parking brake set, fuel control switches to cut off. Yes, done. CDU pre-flight procedure, verify that it's complete. CDU display set. None of these are coming up. IS Max selector set V2. Armors needed. LNAV, VNAV. This is before start. Okay, so I don't think we have to do this yet. We need to get all the fuel and stuff on board, so we can just leave this for now. So this is before start procedure. Let's just minimize that then. Okay, so what's left here? Hydraulic pressure. That's because the engines are off. TCAS is off. Oh, is it? What have I missed? It's on standby. If I switch it over to TARA, does that take it away? It does. Okay, IPIS control, panel left, landing altitude. Yeah, I haven't set that yet. Brake source. Where does the landing altitude go? This is fuel, landing altitude. Here. It goes there. So, can we... Oh, this is going to be wonderful. How are we going to set that while we're looking at... I'm assuming this is on the other screen too, so if we go over to the other side, we have the landing altitude. But can we have that on the screen at the same time as the button that changes it? Where is the button that changes it? There it is. Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, it's not changing anything. Am I actually... No, it's gone off. Fighting. Where's the display going, man? I don't know how to set it then. Hi, Alex. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I remember. I'm not sure where the landing altitude goes here. It's got it here, but as soon as you pull the switch out, that disappears, and then you can increment it. Right, you pull that out. Now it's gone from there. Okay. I don't know where you would set that, so you can actually see what the landing altitude is. Interesting. Well, that's something I'm going to have to learn. And do you hold it and it just keeps incrementing? And then you push it. I would have thought that if you pushed it back in, it would then display the number that you've set it to. Okay, that's something I'm going to need to learn then, definitely. No, it's not about knowing what the number is. I'm saying if I know what the landing elevation, that's easy, that's in the Navigraph. Knowing what the number is one thing. It's how do you know that the plane knows the number? I've got nothing to verify that the plane knows what the landing altitude is. So if we take a look at what it is, if we go into Navi and we go to our arrival airport, oh fuck, haven't they fixed that yet? Oh great. Is this the great aeroplane switch fuck up? No, okay, we've got it back. Right, so let's go to airport. Now, that's not the right thing. I need to go to approach. And we are landing, well, I'm not saying we're flying, but if we were to fly, we would be landing at 33 right. Come on. Are you delayed? Right, so the landing elevation is 204. But how do I tell the plane that? I know to use that switch, but how the freak do you tell it 204? Where does that go? In the flight computer? Yeah, maybe. On the... See, the Phoenix A320, the A320 just knows what it is. I think, yeah, I think it does. Anyway, let's go for this. So, how do we get a Simbrief flight plan into here? Well, I normally do route request. Ah, there we go. Hello, baby. And then we do set payload, set fuel. Ah, can we get the fuel display? There we go. Right, so here is what we're looking at. This is going to change now, I imagine. There we go. Nothing in the center tank, you'll notice, so we don't need to activate those. Okay, so we clear the thing now. And then I have to do select route. I keep forgetting to do that, so I'll do that. Runway departing. I keep forgetting, so it's 31 left. So 3, 1, and then the letter L. Okay. And descent forecast uplink ready. Really? Is that... That's the descent winds forecast. Do we load it in with this? Or do I don't know whether to now just press activate or load. I'm going to go load. Oh, is this bad? We have to wait. We have to wait. Hi Lenny. I'm learning it right now, to be honest. I don't know how to put the the landing elevation in. I know the switch to do it. I just don't know how to verify it on the aircraft. I don't know where it's supposed to be displayed. Let's get this checklist up because that button's freaking me out. Descent forecast uplink ready. Well, okay, but okay. That's very nice of you and everything. Do I literally have to put this shit in again? Right, so there's the runway. Now it knows where we are. Okay. So now we need to go. If I'm on the 737, I'm now going to legs. No, I'm not. Departure and arrivals. Right, that's normally where we go. So it's already jumped to that screen automatically. Okay, I'm good with that. So 31 left. It says active, but don't you normally click it again and it turns to select? Okay. Right, I'm just going to go onto the Simbrief page a second, guys. So give me a sec. So we want DAX E1K. I'll show you guys. So if we go here, where's the fuel? The block, there it is, 18774. Does that match up here? Pretty much. Okay, so up we go. So the route is Daxi B1K via Daxib. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, and arrival is 33 right, Detty 3C, Detty. Ba, 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 bum. Transition Aslan or Tabto. I didn't see any of those. Nope, not even there. So let's just execute that. I have no idea what this is. Okay, so there's the legs. Okay, cool. Now, no, I would go through this now on the map thing. I'm not going to do that right now, though. Performance init data, accept and reject. Right, now what happens here? Is it going to autofill? 0 fuel weight at least? Wow, 196 tons. Whew. Cruising altitude. It is flight level 380. Cost index 15. Geez, wow, cool. Okay. And the cruise center of gravity 9.5. Sorry, 7.5. Reserves 7.8. Okay, so we accept that, right? Cool. And then we need to go to the index and go to... No, we just did that. Yeah, we just did that. So now we can go back to legs and this should all be filled in. Yeah, okay, cool. Right, so let's go back and switch this over to plan mode. I have abandoned the checklist at the moment. Oh. Okay. This is different. We did go to plan mode, right? Okay, so this is different then. See, normally when you go to plan mode on a 737, you would get the step data. You get the step here, where you can step through here. Is there a button for it here, maybe? Because next page, previous page, that's too big a step. What's route data? Okay. Wind data. Is that literally to load it? I don't know what I'm doing now, guys, so it's all guesswork. Why doesn't it have the step? Is there a button now? No. Okay, so how do we step through the flight plan then? Surely... No, it's not that. I'll just have to do it without the map. It looks fine, there's no discontinuities. I'll have to learn how to do that though, for sure. That's weird. Alright. The weather, by the way, is working. It does have a weather thing, I think, from what I've seen. And terrain. I have seen the weather system working. Right, so flight directors are initial climb. I mean, am I going to go with beyond ATC at this point? Probably not. Oh, come on, I need that big switch moving. What an awkward thing you are. Can you switch over, please? Honestly, by the time I've got it, thank you. Now you can switch back again. Okay, just needed to know where the hotspot was, I guess. Right, so we need takeoff now. I'm probably getting this wrong, but it is my first go. Oh, it's gone there automatically. Now, I saw a real flight in a 777 take off, and it took off at flaps 20, which was astonishing. But it is a bigger, heavier plane. So, because I don't know any better, I'm going to set flaps 20 for takeoff. Ooh, look at those ref speeds. Seriously? That's a bit low. Okay, let me try flaps 15. So I want to just see if it increases the V speeds. Yeah, it does. So we can do flaps 10 then. Oh, okay. We're not gonna. Let's get rid of the scratch pad. Right, 1, 0. It won't let me do flaps 10. Right, interesting. Let's have a look over here, because there isn't a flaps 10. That makes sense. Yeah, I thought it might be something like that. Let's try flaps 5. Yeah, that's okay. I'll do that. Right, center of gravity then is, and the trim is 4. Now, setting the trim. Now, how do you do this? This is down and up, right? How? Oh, I've got it now. It's here. It's already set. So by holding it down, does it just... It's not moving. It's set to 4. I mean, you don't just keep wobbling the thing. How do you make it move? It's set exactly where we want it, so I'm fine. But what happens if it wasn't? What would we do? And what's this? Is this just to rest the ball of your hand on while you press these buttons? I don't know. How do you alter this? I've got a button. I can alter the trim on my joy. Oh, that's not working either. Yeah, the trim's not working on my joystick either. So what is this? Just computerized now? Alright, let's give this a go, guys. So what's left? Right, I'm hoping that this goes away when the engines start. So, talking of which, this has got also what's the word? It's got some kind of interaction with GSX as well. Basic interaction with GSX. Blogtwart. Yeah. See you, Alex. Yeah, it is complicated, but it's always like this with a new plane, though. It's always like this with a new plane, you know. Yeah. So arming LNAV and VNAV already? Okay. Cool, they're on. IS Max set the V2 speed. Now what was it? V2 158. Is that set? No. I don't know what the takeoff ground weight is. But yeah, 158. So we'll set that here. Let's go to 160, whatever. Initial altitude. Well, I haven't done initial altitude. I've just done straight up. Also, heading. Heading out of the runway here. If we depart here. So departing on 3-1 left. I'm at a little bit of a weird angle here. This is not. What's wrong here? Okay. Got a problem here, guys. Let me just have a... No. Go here. Go to approach. So we've got 13 and 31. Correct. Why are we showing 33 here? Did it not bring up the thing when I clicked it? It must have brought up the wrong... Go again? Thank you. Jesus, you're freaking me out, man. Right, 31 left. 306, that is, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is all the same stuff as you would find in the 737. A lot of this is very similar. All I have to do is get used to the differences to fly this, because all of this stuff's kind of the same. So that's fine. Like this isn't on the 37. I don't know when and if and when to use that. Right, initial heading done and altitude. The exterior doors, they're closed. Flight deck windows, they're closed. Seatbelt selector is set to auto. Is it? Well, I think we can pop it there, and no smoking on auto as well. I'll actually just leave that on because I don't want anyone smoking at any time. There's a lot of things look like they're low on pressure or faulty here. Damn, this is a lot of things to do. Right, obtain clearance to pressurize the hydraulic systems. Hello. Yeah. Okay, if I was on VATSIM, I might do that. Right. Electric demand pump selector. Now, these are important ones, so make sure. Okay, so we've got one fault light out. Center pumps on. Okay. Left electric demand pump selector. Set to auto. So we do it in that order. Instead of doing these two and then these two, it actually goes there, 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 and there. Fine. If that's what they say. And the center demands on auto as well. Left and right fuel pump switches, which are... We don't need center because there's no fuel in it. Center fuel pump on. Need to verify proper quantity. Yeah, so we don't have any fuel in the center, so I'm not going to put it on. Beacon light switch on. Really? Already? Okay. Beacon light signifies engine's going to start soon. Right, cancel and recall switch. Is the recall switch the same? I think it just cancels out the errors on the screen, and then you do recall if you want to bring them back or see what the errors were. So if we recall it like that, see? Did it want us to recall, by the way? Verify that only expected the alert. Yeah, so that's engine shutdown, so that is expected. That means we can cancel it because we know it'll go away when the engine is powered. Transponder, yeah, that's already done. Stabilizer trim set for takeoff. Verify trim in the green band. Yes, it is. Aileron trim 00. Yeah, cool. Alright, flight doors, passenger signs, MCP read speed, heading altitude set, done. Takeoff speeds from CTU. Yeah, CDU, feedback complete. Trim, read elevator trim 00. Which trim are you talking about? Pitch? Yeah, beacon on, you've already said that. Secondary engine display, select. I think we're losing, oh no, there it is. Okay. Yeah, we want engines on now, don't we? Because we're going to be putting the engines on themselves, so we want the display. Makes sense. Start sequence. Engine start. Alright, what about pushback? We have to get pushback first. So engine start ignition. So we want start fuel control at relevant engine. Fuel control switch relevant engine. Okay. Show me where we're going. Okay, no problem. Alright. So we're going to do right hand first, and then I'm guessing the procedure is quite similar to the 737 on that one. So it's just going to be flicking it into start, wait for the N2 to climb. Alright, yeah, and then flick on the N1. Okay. So let's minimize that. And now, pushback. Well, we could use GSX. Do we have the APU running on the back here? So we better get that powered up, eh? So we'll wait for that, and then we can switch off the ground power, remove the chocks and all that jazz. Leave that flashing for now. And hopefully when these systems power up now, the APU and then the engines, all these faults and stuff are going to go away. This is confusing though, on and off at the same time. So the only thing is really for me is the landing elevation. That's the only thing that's confusing me right now. Alright. We don't have the APU screen here, so let's pop over here. And which one would it be? Because we did have it, didn't we, last time? Oh, hello. Is that the packs come on automatically? Hydraulics. Don't know how to get the APU. I think it was shown here, but it says APU running here, so okay, it's good enough for me. Yeah, it's coming out the side there, look. Cool. All right. So I guess what we can do now is remove the ground power. Now, do we not have to switch over to APU power anymore? So if I turn this off, it's gonna... Yes, it does do it automatically. Cool. Alright. 737 I don't think does that. Right, so now we need to go to menu and FS actions. Guest ground connections and this one. Please tell me we can remove the chocks after this. Okay. Uh-oh. It says removed. Has it done it though? No, it hasn't. Okay, do we do it from here then? Oh boy. Right, ground operations. Okay, that looks like it's... Yes, maybe. Okay, so we do it from there then. So, yeah, forget that. Forget the jetway. We're not going to do passengers and stuff today. Right, now we need pushback. I don't know if it's done from here or what. This is the... Is this push? Pushback? Okay, we'll do it from GSX then. Yeah, you can go now. Doors auto, parking brake set, auto braking, smoking, yeah, I'm expecting all of that, so that's all good. Alright. Oh, there's another one here. Well, flippity chippity.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Yep, okay, good for you. Do it. Oh, she's going to be so small compared to this plane now. At least she'll get a head underneath it. Can we start these engines? Can we take off? Oh god, I don't know.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Once I've gone through some tutorial videos, I'll know this plane a lot better the next time around. Yeah, lift this bugger up.
Locking gear.
You're going to want me to take the handbrake off, aren't you? Although I think we have to lift first, right? Is it going to lift? Some planes are different. Some planes get lifted and some planes just get connected. Oh, there we go. It's getting lifted. Oh, hello. Nose right. Oh, yeah. Nose right.
Release parking brakes.
I don't know. I mean, if I'm wrong, then we'll work it out.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Right, let's get the big bird started. Don't think I need to turn anything else on here. Right, where were the switches again, guys? So these are all set to normal. So we just go start there. And we want N2. But to what degree now? Is it the same? Do we go 20? Yes. Now N1. That's it. Should start powering up there. So N1 is your... Well, you'll see the fan speed up now anyway. There we go. She's up. Alrighty. We got it going. So is that switch going to flick back to normal? I think this should flip back to normal. There we go. Nice. It's nice when you expect something to happen and then it just does. Makes people think you know what you're doing. Okay, fuel in. Now, do we have to do this as well? We've got auto throttle armed, so we have to press that as well, right? For auto throttle? I don't know. If this is only arming it, is this enabling it? Why doesn't it have a light? I don't know. Right, so what flaps did we say we were going to use? 5, right? Okay. Oh, please tell me those.
Please set parking brakes.
Set the parking brakes up before he starts nagging me.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Now the other thing you want to be doing is going into flight control here and making sure that your extents are working. I have a small issue. Oh no, okay, we got it. The flaps weren't moving, but yeah, it is now. Alright, so we do have a good engine start on both, so we can tell him that.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
So that's to do with the checklist, right? Okay. Well, guys, I don't know what's going to happen.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Left is clear, right is clear. Clear, clear. Now we want to go to 31L, which I think is this one. But I can't get close enough to find out, but I think it's this. So if we look, we have a big loop and a small loop and an airport there. So if we look at this layout, and I'm saying that that's 31 left, right? No, left, right? No. And then we go to Navigraph. Are we on the same channel here? So there's the roundy bit, and then we've got that. We've got that at the end, plus another one, plus that one. So yeah, it's here, and we are here. So we've got some taxiing to do. So we can go all the way. We'll go all the way along here, down. I might get an escort actually. Let's have a look. Could I do it with this? Possibly, if I figure out, because I'm not using beyond ATC, so I'm just going to go with this. So all the way along, and then down to here, to this line here, where this plane is turning. Okay, right, so let's get up here, and APU bleed was on automatic, so we didn't even have to mess with that, so that was awesome. We can turn the APU off now. And no faults anywhere, no low pressures, nothing. Awesome. Okay, let's go, guys. Handbrake. No? Okay. Oh, straight away. As soon as I applied a bit of throttle, she's moving. I'm not sure about that map though, it looks kind of weird to me. Yeah, something's not right there, buddy. Something's not right with this, because I'm ranging out and literally nothing's happening. Way too fast, of course. Don't miss your turn off, Rusty. Oh, I'm hearing rattling. I don't know why this is not showing what I'm expecting it to show. It's weird. Let's see what happens when we turn around, because that's traffic, isn't it? It's weird. And this is what? And this is what? I don't know what they do. Well, whatever. So we just go to the end here. Like I say, it's not really the plan to get an entire flight done. If we do, it's just a bonus, I guess. But I don't really have a scheduled... I wasn't intending to do the flight, let's put it that way. Isn't there a nav button here as well? So it looks like we're not allowed beyond here, so we have to make this turn. Unless, do we go up where that other plane is? will we have enough runway to take off here? Let's take a chance. We'll turn off here and just see if we've got enough runway. The other way is to carry on past the runway. So to go through across the runway onto here and then loop back round here. And as long as the runway is clear, we can do that. So let's do that. We'll just cross the runway. So we should have our lights on now. Landing lights. And they should have been on as well. Okay, so it looks like the map is turning with us, so that's something. When we get in the air though, I'll check the range. Find this thing. I'll check the range thing and see if it does close in the waypoints. Because right now it ain't doing anything, but that might be because we're on the ground. And maybe it's a set thing here. And then we've got accept, cancel and reject. Not quite sure what that's for. We have a plane already on the runway here. So we're going to take, yeah, we know the way now. There it is. Another one like ours, same company. Well, anything could go wrong now. So yeah, expect it. Because I don't know what I'm doing. The only reason I haven't run beyond ATCs is because on top of learning this plane, I don't want to have it come on and tell me that the arrival runway is suddenly different from what Simbrief said, and then we have to start programming a new flight plan in, and then suddenly, you know, it's not connecting and there's disconnects on the flight plan, and that's another thing to worry about on top of landing the aircraft. I just don't need it. So for now, until I'm familiarized, we'll just run it off, run with it off. Okay. Don't worry about that. We're fine. Alright guys, well, right, still nothing, and I am in map mode, so I don't know what the caution was, but right, whatever. Wow. $80 knots. Plane should call V1, and it didn't. There she goes. Autopilot is on. Now, do we have range now? Okay. See, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or whether that's a bug. I don't know what this does either. Nothing's happening. Man, look at the climb rate. Nearly 5,000 feet a second. Oh, jeez. It's so big. Look at the wings, man. Look how the wings are. Just pointing up. At some point we should be getting some nice flexing. Right, so here we got the screens. Welcome on board. Oh yeah, the Airbus A380 is coming as well, isn't it? So we must have a constraint here, and we do, at 5,000 feet. I actually didn't check anything about the transition altitude or anything like that. So this is 10, 20, 40. So this is stuck at 40, which is what I've got here. What the hell? Is there a reason why none of these buttons are working? This can't be right. Something must be switched off. There must be something I've missed out, because none of these are working. There's no terrain, there's no weather, there's no waypoints, and there's no... So the EFIS is the thing that's... EFIS mode, EFIS range. What am I missing out here? Now we're climbing again. So yeah, autopilot is good. That's fine. Again though, I don't know what the transition altitude is here. Does it say up here? On some of these they do. Let's get to one of the stars. One day it'll come up on the screen. Yeah, the fact that was on CDU was wrong. I think when it's switched off, it's on GPS. Yeah, weird. Oh yes, Lenny, definitely that is on my to-do list, 100%. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what's going on with this. What about the thrust ossifer? Get out of here. He can do it. The range is working for him. He's on map. He's on 40, 20. Yeah, so why don't I have this? Right, what's he set to? MFD, auto. Set the air pressure, guys. Hello. Well, now what? I have to change its standard here. This is not working on my side. None of these controls are working. This must be a bug, because I couldn't even set standard air pressure. It's gotta be a bug. I hope it is. Because that... Well, actually, I kind of hope it isn't, in a way. So none of this is working for me. None of these modes are working. Nothing. If you go over to this dude and switch his modes over... You see how the screen is flicking on and off? There's the plan mode. Do you happen to have step mode now on your flight plan? I'll be dipped. That's what I was expecting. Well. So there's something wrong with my side then. Because that's not plan mode. None of these buttons are working. That's why I wasn't getting the step. So my panel here, whatever this is called, is it an EPIS panel? I don't know. Whatever this is, doesn't work. EFIS control panel left. Yes, it's buggered. How do I fix it? Yes, there is a fault. Do we have a failure that's set here? Let's see if we can fix this from here, guys. Maybe not there. Oh, maybe. Okay. Where are the failures? Thank you. No failures active. Okay, so there's no failures set on at the moment. EFIS control panel. It's detected that there is an error on my panel. How do I do that, Lenny? You mean go sit in his seat? I want to work this out. EFIS control panel left. Ah, problem solved. Right, this is for a different. It has nothing to do with F. It's just main menu of the FMC. EFIS and display control must be set to off. There you go. Bingo. That's what it was. EFIS control set to off in the main menu. Thank you, Google and absim.com forums for that one. Yeah, baby. Well, I'll be... Okay. Let's see if I can find out. Ground elevation, I think it's called, right? Is it ground elevation or runway elevation? Landing altitude. You can set it manually on the overhead panel, so then it shows on the ECAS. No, it doesn't. That's the thing. It's not showing it. We're still climbing as well. Wow. Where was the page, guys, where it showed us our cruising profile? Was that here? Or is that on the performance tools? No idea where that was. So you've got this auto cruise function if you want to do long flights. Altitude profile. Oh, but it doesn't show us where we are. Okay. Well, we're somewhere here. Wow, that was a hell of a zoom out. Okay. Alright, well we got that sorted out. I just don't know... If you want to Google something, Lenny, you can tell me how when I go to here, landing, why does it say ALT, alternate? Altitude, yeah, altitude, of course. I just have to get my brain working. Landing altitude, increase and decrease, right? If you pull the button out, okay, it's not showing it anymore. Yeah, landing altitude, yeah, and it would show it here in orange letters, and now it's not. And what I wanted to know was how to increment and decrement these, because you can't do it when it's pushed in. So, and then where is it showing the oh, it's there, guys. Here, right? 300. Okay, let's see if that changes as I twiddle the button. Well, I'll be damned. It's doing it. It's doing it. It's doing it. I've sussed it. All right. So how do I? I forgot what it was. Right, Navigraph. We want the arrival, and we want the approach into runway 33 right, was it? Yes, it was. So arrival. Okay, this isn't right. Give me the right screen, please. Oh, you see, you've crashed again. Navigraph. Don't make me start using the app. Oh, God. Right, ILS runway 33 right, and it was 204, right? Yep, so if we set it to 200, we're good, and I've got it set at 100 right now. But what a rigmarole to flick that button around. Alright, I should be able to see it from here. So we flick it up until it changes to 200. There. And then I push the button in, and that should clear the error on here. There we go. So landing altitude now set. Oh, bloody Nora, it's gone back to 100. You freak. You absolute freak. Right, let's get the button on the screen. There it is. Let's get the screen on the screen. Oh, jeez, and the throttles are in the way. How on earth? I've got to be at some really skewy angle to do this. Alright, let's pull this out. Okay, so now that puts the information at the bottom of that screen. 300 manual. Oh, shite hawk. Are you saying if I keep it pulled out, it's going to do 200 because it's been manually set? But if I push it in, is it going to do it automatic? And it set it. It has. It set it to 100 automatically. But why? If it's 204 feet above sea level, surely 200 is closer than 100. Wow, and the auto brakes turned themselves off as well. This plane's a lot more automatic than the 737. It does a lot of things itself, which I find actually kind of cool. Alright, so now I've learnt the landing thing. So all I really need to do is study the checklists and just, you know, write stuff. What I tend to do is I've got my writing pad here, and I just write stuff down that I want to check. You know, I'll copy the checklist onto the writing pad, but not necessarily line for line, word for word or anything. but just things that I want to be checking over. I won't need to include so much the 737 checklist stuff because I already know that. It's just to know when to intertwine the 777 checklists into all of my workflow as I would into my 737 workflow, you know, and just intertwine it all in, because a lot of this, like the MCDU is pretty much identical. The only thing that's different is the menu options here and these, but inside the FMC, yeah, flight management computer, by the way. Yeah, of course, you guys know that. But yeah, no, that's it. All good. So now that we've got this working, I can finally run through my flight plan. Jeez. Right, let's step. We're fine. It looked fine to me anyway. Yep. Nice. Why is this still the same color? Shouldn't that be like if we're doing a go around or something, or a aborted landing? Shouldn't this be a different color? Huh. All right. Now, stuff and things. We need to go to performance, right? No, you're thinking of the... Right, this is the VNAV page itself. We've got the forecast for the descent. We can get those. Let's load that in. Okay, cool. The other thing we want for landing is the the minimum altitude when we go down, which is... See, I'm not a pilot, so I don't know how to say it the correct way, but I know what I mean. So the initial one, it would be this one, 2000. So we'd be programming it down to 2000, and then it would, by this time, intercept the glide slope and then continue on a three degree path down, I would say. Yep, 3 degrees glide slope, right? 3 degree descent all the way down to the runway. Cool. But we need that, and we need the ILS frequency, which is 110.5. Let's get that in now. So it's 110. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing wrong? I think, do we want this? No. These are the radios, Rusty. And what are you even thinking? These are radios. There's the rudder trim. Are we programming the ILS into the computer now? Kind of need the ILS frequency, otherwise we're not going to get a glide slope. Cab. Cabin interval. Bing bong. Right, where do you put the... okay, let's see if we do it here. So let's go to index, approach. We'll indicate a flaps 30. Right. Okay, I'm a bit lost here. No, it is steady level. Yeah, it is. It's yeah, PMDG it will be. So you have to enter the VOR frequency using the numpad. Use the ILS. You would enter frequency, for example, case. You have to enter the VOR frequency. Using the numpad. Okay, to use the ILS you would enter frequency, OBS course. For example, KC ILS frequency is 110.3. So where do we do that then? Oh, radio. Is there a radio thing? Bingo. 1110 per 5. Yeah, it's got it in already. Course 332 coming in. 332. Yeah, it's got it in already. Okay. It's got it in. So we don't have to bother. Fine. It knows the inbound course, and it knows the thing. Oh, of course. Because there's no course here. Of course. Remember on the 737 you've got the course buttons on both sides and the heading in the middle? You don't have that here because it's on here now, just like the Airbus. Okay, so that's ILS and inbound course. The only thing we need to set now is the decision altitude, which would be, for us, that's a good question. Well, 405, I guess. So we have to set that up here with Barrow, and we go 405, which is almost there. There we go, 405 set here, and that's all the information that the plane needs to do the final approach, except for the I think we have to click up there. There we go. Oh. You're not going to start going down now, though. No, you stay on the VNav path. Just shush. You don't go down to 2000 until the flight plan tells you to, okay? You just stay where you are. Right, now maybe we can have a look outside. Not a lot to see. What is that? Is it a ship? Boat? Some kind of boat? Yeah, it looks like, maybe. Yeah, as we're thundering across the sky here. Alright. It's cool, guys. I'm a bit dubious on that price, though. They charge the hey Embraer 190, how you doing, sir? They charged $77, was it, or euros? $77 because it's from, yeah, they're a PMDG are in Las Vegas. So yeah, $77.30. So that's 777.30, which is what this plane is. 777.300. Yeah. So this will easily do, like if you think this can do a 12-hour non-stop flight, okay, and London to New York is 7 hours, right? Flight time. If you take into account taxiing both sides, obviously it's going to be a bit longer, around 7 hours and 40 minutes, something like this. So Heathrow Airport to JFK is going to be easy for this plane, and it, as I said, it does have the ability that when you get up to the cruise, it will automatically accelerate time to 4 times. I think you can go up to 8 safely, but it does it in a way that when you get to top of descent, to descend down into JFK, for example, it doesn't mess up your frame rates. It doesn't mess up your systems on the plane. They've programmed it in a way where it just smoothly works. I haven't tested it, obviously, but that's what they've said they've done. And what that will do, if you choose to use it, it will reduce your London to New York flight from 7 hours down to around 2 hours. So it's quite a saving. But for me, I think the whole point of doing that trip is to fly for 7 hours. That's the point of it, surely. It's to sit and actually endure all that time, because that's what it takes. Now, surely for me, after I've done, let's say I do that trip a couple of times, London to New York, and then maybe later on I'll do a New York to London flight, then maybe any further flights, transatlantic, then I might say, okay, let's use time compression, which is built into the plane here. Let's do it that way. Now, finding that, it's got to be in here somewhere. I'm not sure which one it's on. Yeah, here, auto cruise, right? So you go to auto cruise, and then you've got this up to 4 times. I think you can increase it to 8. Auto step climbs, yes. Pause at top of descent. So if you're away from the keyboard when you're flying over the ocean and you suddenly get to top of descent, it will pause the simulator until you come back. Auto time compression is off, and let me see what we can do. Take it to 16. Yikes. So they've got 4 as a default. So yeah, 4 times the speed. So basically you would just click that and it would automatically increase. Or you can, is this for doing it manually though, right now? I think so. I think we're doing manually. I'm not going to do it though. Auto step climbs is kind of cool, because it's like, when you go up and ATC will tell you, go to fly to 5,000, and then it'll say, fly to 17,000. Okay, now go up to 38,000. Well, that's that, right? So yeah, you have this auto cruise function for longer flights, so you don't have to sit for so long. So in effect, the Heathrow to New York JFK flight would take around the same time as this flight if we use time compression. Now, they said it would reduce it to 2 hours, but I think when they said that, they were referring to when it was set to 4 times. I think. I'll have to have a look. I think it's on the website, the features page on the website. It's mentioned there. Let me see if I can quickly find it. In the meantime, I wish there was a way to stop these light flashes. So let me see if I can find this cruise. Yeah, so you can simulate long-range flights using PMDG's innovative auto-cruise mechanism that ensures the flight and your simulation platform remain stable, even when running the flight with time compression to shorten lengthy cruise segments to fit your personal schedule. So that's kind of cool. If you're in a hurry, if you've only got, say, 3 hours to spare, but you want to do a transatlantic flight, you can still do it with this feature. That's kind of cool. Now, where did they mention about the hours? Let's have a look, see if I've got that in here. Okay, so simulator features advanced time compression that makes oceanic flights possible. Well, they're possible even without time compression, but possible like with time constraints, I think they mean. So it says here, London to New York in 2 hours, or 2.5 hours if you want to do the climb and descent in real time. So you can also accelerate the climb as well. If you want, you can have that on time compression. But if you just want to do all the climb up to, say, whatever you're given, 38,000 feet, and then do the time compression and then do the descent in real time, then it's 2.5 hours. It says 4 times will be rock steady on most machines, but then it says 4 times and then in brackets 8 times over the ocean. Gilgamesh. What's that Star Trek thing? Gilgamesh in the ocean. Anyway, yeah. So 8 times you can speed it up to 8 times over the ocean, and 4 times, I don't know, I guess through the climb, I don't know. Yeah, and you're reducing it to 2 hours. The other thing with this plane, guys, let's check it now. So we've got the plane running. Okay, all the systems are now operative. The plane is fully switched on. All the systems are working. Everything, hydraulics and everything. So when the plane was on the ground at Abu Dhabi with all the traffic, I was getting around 56 to 60 frames per second. Now it's down to 30. Now, why is that? Is it limited? I haven't got any auto FPS thing running or anything like that. 30 is fine with the sim, absolutely fine. It's just 30 looks smooth in this. If I use the auto FPS, I don't know how that would, if that would change it much. But yeah, on the ground at Abu Dhabi with all of the traffic injected into the sim, I was getting 56 to 61 frames per second. But now that all the systems are running, of course, things are a little bit busier. So where is top of descent? Oh, it's coming up. It's after Ramsey, because look, we're getting to 370 here. So after Ramsey, we've got top of descent coming in. Does it display it? It does. There it is. So we've already got the 2000 in, so it should start descending on its own if it's anything like the 737. And there's my brake pressure. So we will have worn tires already, and maybe some brake dust, and as we said, that does build up over time, and you have to get that cleaned and your tires replaced. What happens if you don't, though? Will they burst? Will the tire burst, or will the tire wear just mean that when you're landing you might be skidding all over the runway a little bit more? Gilgamesh, yeah, it was a Star Trek episode, Andy. They had an episode called Darmok, and the language that these aliens used was all relating to their own mythology, and one of them was over the something over the ocean, or at the ocean, or something like that. I was trying to remember which one it was. But yeah, Gilgamesh, yeah, depicting Noah's flood, yeah, and then that was the story that it was stolen out of the Gilgamesh thing and put into the Bible, and pretended it was their story. Yeah, it's true. So this is nice. This is what you want to be seeing when you've got a nice cruise here. You got a speed, LNAV and VNAV path. That means the plane's going exactly where you want it to go. Now, what is this for? Climb conditioned? Climb console? I don't know. It could be anything. Maybe it'll con me into doing a climb. I don't know. Anyway, top of descent is there, guys. So we will be descending into somewhere. Oh, Q8. We're landing in Q8 International Airport. Yes, sirree, Bob. This is a part of the world I generally don't fly in. Not for any particular reason. Just haven't really flown here. It's, yeah. I have taken off from Dubai. Did I say Abu Dhabi before? Yeah, Dubai. I have taken off from Dubai before, but I don't know where I went to. But yeah, Dubai to Kuwait, this flight. And yeah, it's good. Oh, maybe we can see the sun visors now. Yeah, there they are. So can we use them? I don't know. I think there's a option in the MCDU that lets you use them. And then if you get any terrorist guys, you've got an axe here. You can just, you know, just chop the heads off or something. See how they bloody like it. I don't know how to get the visor out and clip it on the window. Oh, there we go. Hello, mama. Ah, wait a minute. Can we clip another one? Right, are they gone now? They are gone. Well, that's cool, man. So we can literally just put them on. And you go back. You go first. Right, I want to see the second one go into the box. Yep. Has he got one? I don't know. Or am I supposed to give one to him? I haven't had a look around here to see if there's anything working. Satcom maintenance. Is that for a satellite phone or something? Where would the human race be without cup holders? We wouldn't survive as a species, would we, guys? Airworthiness, yeah. Emergency equipment locations. I hope this plane gets the GSX treatment, you know, what the one where the passengers are getting on and getting seated. That's going to be a logistical nightmare. Oh, they've closed the curtain. Cool. The curtain got closed. I don't know at what point. But it's going to be a logistical nightmare because there's like 3 different rows. And you got these seats here, which is business class. And they've got the extended leg room, right? And then through those curtains, we have first class. And then in the next 2, I believe, I might get this wrong, but I think it's economy plus and economy, or economy first and then economy plus. And the difference is, from what I can tell, is that economy plus has got screens on the back of their seats where the economy just doesn't. And I don't think you can interact with these, but they did mention something about these being automated or something. I don't know what it was. So this will be first class then here. Yeah, all the nice seats, lovely, really comfortable. Sitting at an angle is a bit weird though. And then I think this would be economy. As you can tell, it looks like they just nicked the seats out of the cinema. Out of the, yeah. Oh, now these have got screens, so this must be economy plus. And then we've got the we've got the economy people. Oh no, they've all got screens. I'm sure I saw seats that didn't have any. Oh, maybe here. Maybe here. Maybe these. Tell me, no smoking, no vaping. Wow. Okay. No, they've got screens too. So what the hell? Oh, well, there's more seats back here. I'm sure I saw seats without screens. This is such a long plane, man. You'd be out of breath by the time you get to the other end. Right, do you have screens? Well, I'll be damned. Okay. I must have been seeing things. I don't know what seat I'm in right now, but oh, look at the wingtip over there. Right. So where's the seat? There. So if we position ourselves here and further back where our head would be, then our view would be this in reality. I'll probably end up creating my own cameras a bit better later. You've got the engine heat, the heat haze here. We are descending, guys. We went straight past the descent point. We're descending. We're a little high, but okay, it's not a big deal. We're 82. Yeah, it's closing down. The plane will control it, I'm sure. We can always add a bit of speed brake if not. So this display control, I see these buttons everywhere. We've got one here, another one here, but having it switched on here was stopping this from working altogether. So I'm going to have to learn what that is, and at what point do we use these? Is that to do with this? You see we're coming into line now. We're only 26 feet above the ideal flight path in purple here. Yeah, we're fine. And I think this here, where we're just above, is the same as this, right? This purple triangle, and then this. So the white line here is the plane, and the purple is the flight path. So yeah, we're a little bit above it, but it's okay. For 48, 50 feet, I'm not going to complain. It's good. Also, we need to know the arrival altitude, 13,000. Okay, so at 13,000 we have to go to the air pressure that's in Q8, which is here. And that is, oh, it's 994, it's the same. That's changed now, the pressure's gone up there in Dubai. But our instrument's already set to 994, so we just have to pull the, or push the standard button in, I think, or pull it, one of the two. So we'll do that when we get to 13,000. Well, we're coming down, guys, so anything can go wrong. If it all goes wrong, don't blame me, it's just my first flight. And this is a big plane to land, and also when we're flaring the plane for the rear wheels to touch down, the rear wheels are not straight, they're angled up. So the back wheel has to touch down, then the front of the back wheel. Oh, please be smooth. Please go well. It's a gorgeous plane though, it's absolutely, it's massive. This is the furthest distance I've ever flown a big plane. I've had a quick go in the 747, but in terms of length and I think wingspan as well, this is bigger. The 747's got more height. But what's cool, let's see what I've got it here still. Let me just have a quick look in my browsing history, guys, because I want to just bring up a page. Oh, did I even go there? Yeah, here we go. Ah, no, wrong one. Yeah, there we go. Right, so as we're descending, we're still looking okay here. Yeah, right. So look, this is the comparison between the 777-300. You've got all the planes here, right? So there's the 777, there's the 747. So as you can see, we've got more length, right? More wingspan. The 747, of course, is higher because it's got that big egg-shaped thing on the front, and it's a freaking big plane. But even though we've got more wingspan, this has got more wing area, right? And we've only got 2 engines, where the 747 has 4, and therefore each engine on the Boeing 747 is only 282 kilonewtons, right, of thrust, where we have got 513. That's because we've only got 2 engines to get us up in the air. It's got 4, so it doesn't have to put out as much on each one, right? But if you total it all up, it gets to 1128, where ours is 1026. So we are a little bit short on overall thrust, but it's cool. Cruising speed almost identical, Mach 0.84 and Mach 0.85. We take less passengers than the 747, despite how long our friggin' plane is. Yeah. So yeah, it's that. And comparing it to, say, Airbus A320, well, let's not even go there. But yeah, let's go there. So this is the Phoenix, basically. So, wow. Get out of here, really? No, that can't be right. There we go. Yeah, so this, I was going to say, this beats it in every single aspect. But now we've got 2 planes with 2 engines, and this is the power of each engine. So 240 kilonewtons take thrust, maximum thrust on the Airbus, where we've got like 1026. And the weight difference, maximum takeoff weight, is 77 tons, and ours is 351 tons. Oh, friggin' hell. Oh, mama. So yeah, quite the difference, I would say. And now we are pretty much almost level. Level enough that, oh, I was going to say level enough it doesn't need to put a number down here, but it just did. Yeah. Huge plane, guys. Freaking huge. And in case you didn't see the... Oh, hold on. 737. Let me go into images. Yeah, in case you didn't see this. This is a Boeing 737. I shouldn't have clicked that. This is a Boeing 737, and this is our engine on the 777. Now there it is. There's the other shot of the 737 and our plane behind it. I mean, it just dwarfs it, right? I don't know about that one because of the perspective. It's, oh no, well actually, yeah, you know, they're 2 separate pictures, but okay. Yeah, look, see. Yeah, she's big. She's big. So this is a 737 Max and a 777 by comparison. God damn. Gotta love it. Yeah. Anyway, How are we doing? 16,800 feet. Okay. Nice. So now we're getting 60 odd frames out here, and inside it's gone up to the 40s now. I wonder why we were back at 30 before. But yeah, 46, 45, that's absolutely fine for me, absolutely no problemo. This looks like flight change or something. I don't know. I want to know what this is as well. Just like the other planes, I'm going to want to know what everything is. I want to know what that is. I want to know what that means. Ground proximities. And these are all got these covers on, these plastic covers. Yeah, so the body of this plane has been laser scanned from a real plane, apparently. They used photogrammetry and laser scanning to create this model. Set the air pressure to 994. That puts us low. Now we're low, you see, and now the plane is just easing off and bringing us back onto the profile. Lovely sweetness. Is it just going to settle it here at the middle? Yes, it is. It started to descend again now. You clever little thing. And I haven't got the pressure right yet. There we go, 994, that's what we want. Right, so we've got the decision altitude, we've got the runway elevation that it's set automatically, so whatever. ILS frequency is in, it's here, it pops it up on here, and we've got the inbound course. So I don't actually have to put it up on here. No weather working now. There's no weather to display really, is there? It's just nice sunny day. What about terrain? No. Airports. Yeah. Waypoints. Yeah, all good. Lovely. I don't know what STA is. Okay, so that's a VOR. So what would STA stand for then? Oh, okay. Right, where's the airport, guys? Okay. Right, flap information then. So this is all different now. This is so different to the 737. So we want to be doing, I'm going to do 5 and then 20. So 245 at 5, 225 at 20, and then straight on to 30 at 180. Drag required, okay? Drag you got. We are a little above, but nothing major, but it's enough. So let's have a look, see if we can see the flaps. There they are. Providing, it's amazing, isn't it, how just putting those little flaps up just can slow down a plane like of this size. It's just crazy, but it does. There's our disconnect. That's for disconnecting all the throttle. We've got trim here as well, I think. Yep, elevator trim there, rudder trim here, and pitch trim here. Where the hell are we landing? We're just going to do a little doggy leg in 20 miles. We'll do a dog leg to the right. What's up? Oh, it must be... Ah, right. So it must be somewhere over here then. Oh, the plane sounds monstrous. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna... We are still a little bit high, but this caution I think is for the speed brake because I've had it out for a while. Let's bring it in and see if it'll control itself. So we're down to 239 now on the speed. And we are 15, 20, 25, 30 nautical miles on the runway. So I'm now going to go to flaps 5. We can be 245 knots or above. We're 241 and climbing. So I'm going to bring the flaps in. That's going to add some drag, so that should slow us down. And there's your 245 limit about to come in. If this goes over though, we're going to get some beeping. And there's your flaps indicator. I was just about to ask, where would that be? And it's right there. So this red line should stop at 245. And we're just underneath it. Lovely. So the next one, I'm going to go from 5. I'm going to skip 15 and go straight to 20 when the plane gets slowed down to around under 220. So let's add some more drag. Whoops. Hey, 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 hey. Don't mess with me, man. Well, whatever. I think that's... I don't know what that is. The speed brake is engaged because we wanted drag. It still says it wants drag. I'm doing what I can, man. How about you idle your engines a little? Yeah, we are high at the moment. I don't know what to do. I've got as much drag on as I can give you. I can't go any more flaps because you'll start whinging at me. The only thing I can do is bring the wheels out. That'll cause a lot of drag. But can we bring the wheels out at this speed? Yeah, I know. We need to get slowed down, we really do. We're going a bit too quick. So this is where it all goes wrong, guys. I can see the runway. Okay, I'm going to risk this. This will create some drag. Quite a bit as well. So why aren't we slowing? So what is... Flaps 15 is at 230. Jesus, plane. Okay, this is final now. Right, we're looking at the runway, literally. Now the speed's dropping off. Oh! God, you had me worried there, man. Right, I can release the thing now. Okay. Just waiting to pick up the localizer and everything, which I'm hoping is going to happen. We've got localizer and glide path here, but they're not picked up yet. Localizer, it's got it. How distance?
500.
Yeah, we need to slow the plane down now then. So we are at flaps 20. Okay. Hello Q8 City and stuff and things. Once we get over this patch here, I'm going to go flaps 25. I had to bring the wheels down actually quite early, really. Okay, glide slope's coming in here. So as soon as that gets very close to this line, the glide slope should kick in. Yeah, come on, descend, man. Why are you at 2.2? Can you drop your altitude? That's it. That's good. That's good. Very nice. It's going to need to be 2000 by this green line here, which is good. That's getting close. That's getting close, guys. This diamond. It's getting close. Once it hits that, we're going to have the glide slope. Yes! I could auto land it now. Right, so I've got to press the disconnect twice then, as we said. So let's configure them for the final approach. So flaps 30 is engaged. Check out the window. There's the flaps all the way down. I want a window seat that's further back, I think. And we are fully... Oh, are they the oil fields that were burning for so long? Is that them? Wow. Yeah, I'd like to go back to the cockpit if you don't mind. Okay, so this is our altitude here. This is our height from the ground here. The difference obviously being the height from sea level of the runway. So, wish me luck, guys. Landing at 777.
1,000.
I'm going to see if I can quickly run my replay program. Okay, I've got it going. It's recording. Land 3, whatever that is. Okay, here we go, guys. I have the plane. She's a big girl. I'll tell you what. Feels very like
Approaching minimums.
like the left and right thing.
Minimums.
I'll tell you later. We are a bit high.
100. 50. 30. 20.
Just let her gracefully just land.
10,
Oh, smooth as butter, man. We were a little bit off center to start with, but we landed on center, I believe. Reverses out. Brakes. Oh my God, is it going to stop? Whoa! Could it be any more in the middle? I was looking for the brakes to see if they were going to be glowing hot. Whoa! I got you down. Yeah, I didn't put my landing lights on. I didn't put my runway lights on, but it's my first flight. I'm gonna miss a couple of things. Oh, I think I'll take the no smoking signs off now, because I could do with a cigarette. And I don't even smoke. Auto throttle disconnect. Yeah, that's fine. You can. Where's the... Oh, this one. Doors auto. Yeah, man. Landed a 777. How it looked, I don't know. Oh. Oh no, it looked like it didn't record. I know I pressed the button. It says the time of the duration of the recording is 000. Oh, what a bastard. What an absolute bastard. I have commanded the flaps to close, so I don't know how long that's going to take. Or retract, I should say. Can't get me to a gate. Okay. Oh, in Q8 there's no parkings for us. Oh well, not every airport likes 777s. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anyway. We'll just park it over by that hangar. So there's no parking spots big enough, wide enough to fit this plane. I wonder if there's a third party of this airport, and then maybe they'll have some. I don't know. But the main thing is, we did it, man. If there had been a place to park, we would have parked it, no problem. So we can effectively say that we did gate-to-gate flight. Everything good. Oh, I'm really happy. First flight in the 777, and we just nailed it. I wanted to see a replay of that landing, though. That's disappointing. Here we don't smack into this thing. don't, well, we could request ground power. We can do it off the tablet. Might as well do that. Welcome to Q8, guys. Yeah. I'll tell you what though, coming in, when I disconnected autopilot and we were coming down, normally, I mean, I did veer off a little bit to the one side, but because it's such a big plane, and when it starts, if it does start getting offline, you're barely feeling it. You have to do it fully, you know, fully visual. You can't just sense, oh yeah, the plane seems to be flying in a straight line. You know, we're not deviating, because it kind of is, but it's just because it's so big, you just can't really feel it as much. Like if you were in a little Cessna or something, you would feel every little movement left and right, but this was so big, and it felt really big as well, like the movements were going to be a little bit slow and a little bit lumbering, but at the same time not. It was agile enough to maneuver it into the center of the runway before we touched down. Brilliant. Absolutely love it. Right. I don't know if we will be able to see any brake dust already, but maybe. So let's have a look. I want ground power. Set chocks. And then ground power. And then do we need the when and if do we need an aircon unit? Do we need what's this, to refill the gas? Do we need an air start? Because I mean the plane started of its own accord. We didn't need an air starter. Is that what that does? Pax entry method, jetway or stairs, right? Yeah. Right, so the ground power is connected, and therefore we can now go up here and we can power off the APU, and it should stay powered. Primary external power. And this is where we just get everybody to leave the plane. But that's GSX, so I'm not going to bother with that yet. Right, let's shut this thing off, shall we? Let's go here, and we'll just disconnect the ground power here, and the battery. Yes, 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 I know. I hope that doesn't stay doing that all the time. Is that normal? I know I didn't turn everything off up here. You know, I didn't power everything off by the buttons. So that was a bit naughty. So maybe it's that. Ah, okay, it was the GPS system. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. So the GPS system was staying on, and it's warning me that it's on battery. Even though we've turned the battery off for the plane here, this is still on battery, and therefore wearing the batteries down. So make sure you turn it off. Gotcha. This, as you notice, voice recorder, you cannot turn that off. You've either got auto or on. Either way, it's gonna be on pretty much most of the time, if not all the time, when the plane's powered up. But yeah, you can't turn that off. And the lights, well, I'll just press that. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, there's other things to turn off, but I won't bother. So there you go, guys. We did it. Yeah. Whew. What an absolute shame, though, that I didn't get the recording that I wanted. I'm just going to have a quick look just to double check. No, there's literally no entry there for 777. All right, so next time I'll try and do it. I wanted to see the wheels, the back wheels touch the ground. Oh, talking of, let's reset this. Back to pushing 60 plus frames per second here. Come on. Oh God. All right, there we go. All right, let's see. I don't think we'll see anything right now. It's only been one flight, so to actually visually spot tire wear and brake dust accumulation, I think it's a little bit premature. But oh, there is some. Look at the top. Look at the surface there. Look. Yeah, and that's gonna change over time. The more landings and takeoffs we do, the more that I'm gonna screenshot that texture so I can compare it. And is this the buildup of brake dust that we're seeing? So I wanna just do another couple of flights with this thing, maybe around the same length, hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that, and then just have a look at these wheels every time and just see if we can see the progression. So it's showing it more on the inside. Ah, okay, there is some accumulation on here as well. Yeah, and we're going to get that on every tire, everything. And yeah, they will wear. And if you change the brakes or you change the tires, I believe it does clean up all the brake dust. Interesting though. But these back tires must take the brunt of the hit, right? Because these back tires are the first things to hit the runway, and then the front of the back ones. Interesting. They've got all the hydraulic lines in. I think the worst thing that you can lose in a plane is hydraulics, right? If you lose engine power, you can still use your hydraulics to maneuver the plane in the air and glide it down. But without hydraulics, if you can't control any of the flight controls, the ailerons and the rudder and stuff, you're screwed, man. You're fucking screwed. They must have backup systems and stuff like that, right? But yeah, if you got like, I think a lot of it's fly-by-wire now. So instead of having like cables that run across and control these, it's all fly-by-wire. It's all done electronically now, which is probably safer than risking a cable snapping or something. So anyway, there you go. I'm done. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I know it was a bit of a long thing, 3.5 hours there, but it was my learning process that I had to go through at the beginning. And yeah, I would call that a success in the end. So thank you for being patient with me on this one. Yeah, the more I get used to it, the easier the flow will happen, and we'll just, the turnaround will be just like it is in the Airbuses and the 737s. I'll be just doing my flows and just taking off, and then it'll be exactly the same. Yeah, there you go. Thank you very much, and I bid you farewell. Have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you next time. Until then, bye bye.